Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be testing out Sonible's new pair of metering plugins, True Balance and True Level. We've looked at some of Sonible's products before, such as Smart Comp 2, and a common characteristic of all of their plugins is an ability to analyze an incoming signal and make suggestions to optimize or improve the sound. These two plugins are no different and are definitely more geared towards finalizing and mastering your mix. True Balance allows you to compare the tonal balance of your track with multiple reference tracks or genre-based references, whereas True Level measures loudness, true peak, and dynamics. The information you receive from these meters can give you clear guidance on next steps you need to take to improve your mix. This includes features like algorithms based on loudness standards of streaming platforms, references for a range of different genres, and the ability to compare key elements of your track to any individual or group of reference tracks. Let's load up a mix and start by checking out True Balance. Right away, you can see the spectrum analyzer starts to compare our track's tonal shape with the default universal setting. The white zone is the target area where True Balance is advising your lows, mids, and highs should sit in. But this is only according to the universal reference. If we change it to electronic, this range is different. The word electronic can mean so many things, so we definitely rather select our own group of reference tracks. You can add these in by hitting the plus button here at the top right. We've added 3 tracks that we can't play in this video due to copyright, but you can listen to them by clicking the links in the description. These tracks are Moments in Time by Vince Watson, Trying to Make It Home by Session Victim, and Expectations by DJOKO and Nikita Sisov. You can switch between the different reference curves or have them all active at the same time. Having them all active is actually a better or more comforting method because it creates a wider range of acceptable levels. When we click Balance Check, it appears that all 3 of our bands are above the reference range. The lows are shown as plus 12 dB too loud, the mids are about the same, and the highs are showing between plus 3 or 4 too much. However, if you look at the overall shape of the curve, the lows and highs are about right, while the mids around 500 to 700 Hz are ruining the shape. As a result, instead of taking a knife to our whole spectrum, we're going to mainly EQ the mids down to get our mix closer to the references. With this instance of FabFilter Pro Q2, we'll quickly reduce the problem frequency range while also taking a little bit away from the low 40s and high 5Ks as well. The overall balance is better, but some elements like our lead riff get lost, so we can compensate by increasing that specific channel's volume. Let's listen with and without the EQ while also keeping our eye on the spectrum and True Balance. It sounds like we're losing a lot of volume with the subtractive EQing active, but the balance of the mix is incredibly improved. And with a better overall balance, increasing loudness with a limiter becomes a smooth process. Before jumping to True Level, we can also check our mix's mono compatibility with the bottom section of True Balance. This feature looks at the stereo image of each band to ensure that there would be no issues if the track was played on a mono system. The lows are especially key here, and we can see that all is good when we click Mono Check. Now using True Level, we're going to check 3 key aspects of our track: overall loudness, dynamics, and peak level. Loudness is measured in LUFS, and every streaming service nowadays has different limits for this. True Level's loudness reference drop-down list contains many of these that you can use as guidance while manipulating loudness. We'll use the Spotify reference with electronic/techno selected for the dynamics reference. Our track is loud, but is still quieter than this target green zone, so we'll push the limiter by 4 or 5 dBs. Moving over to dynamics, this means the difference in level between the quietest elements of your mix and the loudest. Overall dynamics are usually reduced with compressors and limiters, which is why they can become risky if pushed too hard. Despite our limiter, True Level is still showing our dynamics as acceptable, so that's good news. The last thing to check is peak level, which is the loudest the track gets at any individual point. This can be manipulated with the ceiling parameter of limits. True Level is showing our peak as too high, so we'll bring the limiter ceiling down a bit from -0.3 to around -1.5. Now let's compare with our 3 reference tracks. Looking at the range created by these, the mix is looking a bit loud, so we can slightly bring down the limiter gain. With our mixing skills passing all of the tests in True Balance and True Level, let's compare our initial mix with the EQ'd and limited version. As you can hear, there's great improvement, but this definitely does not replace the process of testing your final mix out on a pair of high-quality studio monitors. The information that these plugins provide are invaluable, but you have to use them more as guidelines instead of strict rules to follow. The metering bundle that contains both True Balance and True Level is available for an introductory offer of €69 and can be trialed for 30 days at Sonible.com. So make sure you give them a try on your own mixes. We've dropped the link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for all of the latest content from Attack Magazine. See you next time.